I got a few topics to go over today. One of them being um, some of the things that I've been learning on the channel as of, I don't know, past, let's say the past month ish, definitely the past couple weeks. And I have to give all the thanks to, my members who encourage, support, suggest different websites for me to check out. And one of them, of course, which if you've been watching the channel, is coppercoins.com. So I watched, for the first time, I watched one of his full videos, and it was, from what I can see, um, it, his style, his presentation is that he shows pennies under a microscope. Like if I had to, what they say, sum it up in whatever, 100 words or less, that would be, he's a expert on pennies, and he reviews them. He reviews for errors underneath a microscope, in a nutshell. And that type of approach to the subject matter is great. It's very specific. It's advanced. Okay, so that's now you might say anybody can get, a 5-year-old can go out and get a microscope and look at pennies. Nah, the skill and the time it takes to, I mean, he's been doing it for many years, and even I see it's funny because when I was watching it, some of the things I was thinking he was saying, so I thought that was pretty cool. And this isn't, he's advanced. Now, can you be a novice and watch this? Of course. I mean, you could be a fifth grader and sit in on a PhD level class, right? And you might understand some of the words they're saying, but you're not going to be able to use any of that information. It'll just be, maybe it'd be interesting to you. Anyway, so he's just, like I guess what you would call an expert, or very skilled in the art of U.S. penny error identification. Okay, so if that's said, his what is it called? His date guide will become has become one of my tools, right? So I have several tools now. I have, of course, right? I have my loop. I have my penny mat, right? And now I have his date guide. And even just his date guide is, it's a little complicated. So this is episode 234, and so that's one. But one of the other topics that I want to talk about, which is what I was thinking about originally before I got off onto that, was, penny roll hunting is a great cure for boredom. Simply put, man, becoming a skilled error, coin roll hunter, error finder, that's all great and dandy. Um, it's like becoming a nuclear physicist. You can become a nuclear physicist, and it doesn't mean that doing nuclear physicists, what's the word I'm looking for? Equations is what you're going to want to do on your spare time. You could be a nuclear physicist, and your real calling in life is fishing. You go to work and you're around all this nuclear waste and super intelligent people, but all you're thinking about all day is getting off work and going out on the lake and relaxing, man, with nothing on your mind, just sitting back with whatever your favorite beverage is. Maybe put a little bell on your fishing pole, so when a little guppy nibbles at it, it wakes you up from your slumber. But you know what I'm saying? And penny roll hunting, excuse me, got my water here. Excuse me. In penny roll hunting, I think I choked on my own saliva. Can be one of those things. And I'm going to be honest with you. Look at, you're kidding me. I'm going to be honest with you. I was watching YouTube videos before, and I said to myself, man, there's nothing on YouTube to watch. So I went for my walk already. I did my other home business stuff, and I'm sitting around here like twiddling my thumbs. And I said, I don't have to sit here and twiddle my thumbs. I could do a penny roll hunt. And you cannot tell me that, first of all, finding one dime in a penny roll is a pretty big deal. I find a dime like every 20 customer submitted penny rolls. I have never, ever, ever, ever. And see, I think I'm gonna use this as my thumbnail. I've never found two. Come on, get in. Okay, there we go. It's gonna go away. I've never found 2 dimes in a penny roll ever. Out of the hundreds of penny rolls I have searched through. I don't want to say thousands because I think that would be an exaggeration. Okay, so I said to myself, let's do a penny roll hunt. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a penny roll hunt. We're going to see what there is to find. Now, so that's it. So boredom's a big deal. This one is misaligned die, 85. Let me get so the 2 things I have to keep up are, of course, the penny mat, and then the date guide. Okay, so I could put them side to side, but it's all right. I don't mind clicking. So there is no 85 key variety. I'm gonna go a little closer. So of course, if you're gonna, oh wow, oh look at the U, that's nice. Wow, first penny, man, first penny. This might be a wild one. Wow, I mean, not a double dime. First of all, why see, this is the thing I love. I really, really love about copper coins, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Give me a second. I'll show you. Right, so I keep it there. So that's up on the screen, right? And that was an 85. Here's 85. Okay. DDO. It's a Philadelphia. DDO. Here we go. What do we see? What do we find? Numbers, numbers, numbers. Numbers, numbers, numbers. And of course, a description. And this is something I have to give credit to Eric and Otis. They explained to me about, they've been talking to me about this marker thing. And an MDS, you know, mid-stage, late-stage diet, and all this. And it wasn't until Eric from keeneEyeCollectables, his YouTube channels in the description below, said click on the hyperlink. I didn't realize that this was the hyperlink, right? And then it shows you another picture where the marker is. So anyway, let's get back to the 80. So that was very helpful, and this is, you know, so it's a tool, right? His channel is a really great tool. So let's go back to 85P1DO, and what we want to see is if there's anything like I don't see anything obvious in the 85. Maybe the Liberty, you see that in the R. Oh, that's good in the R. I like that in the R. So let's see if we see anything in the R on copper coins. That U, that Y looking T, and possibly the bottom of the N there. All right, so let's check it out. Let me read what it says. This is the first penny, and we're 12 minutes in. This is one of the issues with research, and people are always asking questions about research, and this is why I'm saying it takes so long to learn this stuff. All right, nice spread can be seen on the date and trust. No, there's nothing in the date, so it's not an 001. A light spread can be seen on the date and lower bust. There's nothing on the date. If everything here says date, then we don't have it. Extra thickness can be seen on the date. Oh, I see. Is there any extra thickness on the date? Oh, I'm looking. Why does it say? Oh, they're showing it on the 8. I saw 98, and I thought something else. I was thinking 98. They don't show the 5. No, I don't see any extra thickness there. Light extra thickness seen in the bottom right of the date. Also minor distortion, also presence. Oh, minor this. So we got the minor distortion. Oh, there's a little. Oh my God! See, this is what I'm saying. Look at this. On the dates, on the 8, when he says light extra thickness, I mean he means light. You can see it. You see the curve, and there's a little extra there. So let's see. I mean, I don't think you need a microscope to see that, but obviously it would help. What I could do is look at it. Doesn't look like it does through the phone. Oh, this is interesting. Let me get the light over here. It has the little mark on the bottom of the 8. Oh, then I have to look in the bottom of the 5 also. No, I don't see it on the 5. But I see the extra thickness on the bottom of the 8. It's a little tiny. I'll get the it's a little mark right there. It's a little mark, and it's hard to. Oh, there you go. So of course this is. Oh, you can see it right there. There you go. Very good. So on the bottom of the 8, right there, right there. You see that? You see that? You see the shadow up on the top of the 8. That is the extra thickness mark, and we have it. See, if I go like this, you can't see it, right? But as soon as I go like that, there you go. As soon as I go like that, you can see the shadow. Now, obviously, if we had a microscope, it would be clear as day. So it's so wild, man. This is so wild. So you see the shadow for the extra thickness on the 8. And then, of course, the obvious part was the motto. Has all kinds, what does he call it? Distortion. And no, this one has major, moderate distortion. I don't want to go crazy and say major distortion. But the T looks like a Y. Both of the T's look like Y's. And so I guess that's the distortion he's talking, has to be. So, I mean, one of the types of distortion. So, this is the problem with, so this would be considered, if you want to do extra thickness, right portions of date, in addition, minor distortion also present. Now, the question is, it's not minor distortion. It's really, so is it even the 006? Oh yeah, see the 001 is a heavy thickness. No, no. So I'm looking at them. No. It doesn't. So the 8 does not meet the pictures of any of the ones he's shown. Okay, so now we can click on the marker photo. Oh, look at that. So check this out. This is the first time I'm going to use the marker photo. So this is the marker photo from the 006. And there should be something. Oh, the little dot and a 9. We got that. First, I'm going to see if I can see it through the camera. And it should be right on the bottom of the 9, like a little thingy. Nope, I don't see that. Bob Piazza. How about the serif in the E of we? No, I don't see the serif in it. Oh, then there's another little line on the side between Liberty and his back. So, but we have the line of the back, and I'll show you the picture. Now, so they call this the what do they call it? The markers. So you can see the line on the back. I'm gonna turn the light on. Ah, there you go. So it has the line on the back, and you can see it. He has different types of lines, but I mean, it does have the line in the back. It has a line in the back. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, obviously, if we had the microscope, we'd be able to go in a little closer for those little tiny lines. But he does have this line on the left side of him. Oh yeah, I can see some of those other little lines. Anyway, obviously, the microscope is what you want to see those very specific markers, which is very difficult to see. You can see it with the loop. So the question is this a 1D006 or not? Well, I'm not sure. I do like the fact that it has the distortion. I do like the fact that you can see the 8 there. So I'm going to call it I'm going to call it that. All right, so we're going to put that down below. And we're 20 minutes in, and I'm in on 1 penny. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this into a separate video. Because it could take all day long if you're going to research each penny to that degree. What's it worth? This is probably in very fine to maybe AU condition. I don't know. It could be a 4 if if it's really the error, could be a $4 penny, possibly. Now, is it or is it not? I'm not sure. But I guess my point is, this is how much time it can take to do research on a single penny. I believe Eric sent me a message that he could spend all day long, or was it, or did I see it in the video? Someplace someone said that they could research a penny for hours and hours and hours on end. And of course, that could be one of the draws of the hobby. So I'm not going to make this into episode 234 because we're 20 minutes in and we're only on 1 penny. So I'm going to end this, whatever you want to call it, this experiment in how to research, or part of researching without a microscope, but using a loop on with your penny rolls. All right, so I have to figure something out because this whole research thing would take way too long for me to do penny roll hunting. All right, so I'm going to end it now. It is interesting though as we figure things out. Okay, and I'm going to start episode 234 in a second.